How you doing? Dexter, Shelby, Director of Public Works for the City of Clinton. Here on our wonderful Parkway with Mark Jones, our Communications Director. He's going to ask me a few questions about paving projects we've got going on in the city. I'll try my best to answer those, and we'll get you guys updated on where we are.
All right, Dexter, we're here on the Clinton Parkway. Very excited. This project has been in the works for over a year and a half, 2 years, getting funding and grant funding for it. So how much money did this cost the city to do this project?
I think it was $1.145 million to get the parkway redone. We did try to go through MDOT, get some help with that. Bids kept coming back weird, so we canceled that and we just did it as a city-funded project.
So talk about some of the things that the city did to really do this project. It's not just a pave job. It's not just an overlay of asphalt.
Yes, sir. Wasn't just an overlay. We took out the bad spots. I know everybody's familiar with where we had the dips and the rolls in the road. We got the contractor to go in and dig out that bad dirt, bring in some good backfill, then come back with the pavement to get a better secure ride. We got a better ground foundation underneath that pavement, so it should work a lot better than it was working.
So the infill, and then talk about the crosswalks, some of the things that were done with the crosswalks.
It's the same thing with the crosswalks. I'm sure everybody was familiar again with the little paths that we had where the tire tracks would run, kind of dips in those brick pavers. They pulled those brick pavers out, took out bad dirt, put good dirt in, came back with asphalt. Then they put sand down and they relayed those pavers. Now we've got a solid, smooth slate across with the pavers. That rides a lot better too.
All right, and so all the loops have been cut, and the final part was actually striping.
Yes, sir.
I know there's some things on the bridge that we're all happy about seeing, some stripes and things. Talk about that part of the project.
Yes,
normally,
sir.
And the curing process, because I think last year we ran into some issues with some stripes getting laid down on a timely basis. And we want to remind people the curing process and also what we ran into last year and why we were able to get it down fast.
Yes, sir. Last year with our annual paving, we got a lot of roads paved, and they were slow about getting it striped. The thing was, everybody was paving at the same time, and there's a limited number of companies that do striping. Well, that put everybody kind of behind on getting the stripes down. There's also a 14 to 21 day curing process that the asphalt needs to cure before you can come back with stripes. Well, this cured, of course, and we've got striping here. We're glad that they get it done in a timely fashion. That was one of the things we're adamant about getting when we gave them the contract, or when we awarded the contract, was making sure that we got stripes as fast as we could behind the curing process on this project. Same thing we asked for with our annual paving project that's going to happen here shortly as well.
So you mentioned the annual paving project.
Yes,
That's what is in the 2018-2019 fiscal budget. A little over $1 million.
Yes, sir. Just over $1 million of paving we're going to do here in the city. Of course, we pave from worst to best. So whether there's 10 people on your street or 100 people on your street, the city's paving order is worst street to best. So we take that money that's budgeted and we go from the worst street until we run out of money. So that's how our paving works. We'll get to everybody when we can, but that's just how it works. We take care of the worst streets and move forward up that list. We're going to pave several streets. We're going to do some striping and some street correction with that money that we had in our annual budget this year. That's going to start very soon. Superior is going to come in and do that for us. I think they're going to start next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It should start next week on our annual paving project, and that may run up to October, November.
So third thing that we've had really close to $3 million in infrastructure with the parkway, the paving, and now there are 4 streets that had some issues that we've been repairing all summer, had some delays because they had to move some contractors to another project in the city for the school district. Talk about those projects.
Yes, sir. Several streets, and I won't name those streets. If you live in those neighborhoods, you know exactly where they are. We got some bad streets that had drainage issues or some street failures. The mayor and board took some money and wanted to repair those streets. So one street was a total reconstruction of about 500-foot stretch of road. We're going to do a roundabout. Another one was another about 1,000-foot of roadway where we had to go in and tear it out and put it back. Those are all street corrections, things that needed to happen to secure the streets, to better help drainage, and that's something we're going to try to do moving forward with the budgets that'll come out in the future. We're going to add some extra money in to take care of spots that we have that don't drain like they should, that have had street failures where the ground is dropped or lowered. That's something we're going to try to do moving forward. Of course, we're going to do a whole lot of them because it costs a big amount of money, but we will do like we do with our paving, worst to best on that list as well.
Dexter, one thing I've been impressed about regarding your department is your ability to do a lot of the work that you might have to other cities might contract out. Some of the inlets, some of the culverts that you've redone in the past 3 or 4 months. You want to talk a little bit about those, because this goes along with infrastructure.
Yes, sir. A few months ago, we had a big rainstorm that came through. We got a lot of calls about flood in different areas. So what we did, Public Works went out and we checked drain after drain, just to see where we were with our drain inlets and our piping system, what's on the right-of-way or what's considered city's property. We found some areas where we were weak. We found some areas where we were good. But those areas that we found were weak, where we had some leakage or it wasn't draining like it should have drained, we've gone in, torn all that out, and rebuilt boxes. We've added some concrete pipes. We've added some plastic pipes. So we've done that to help get our drainage to flow like it should. Now, even with the flood that we had, within 2 hours, 2 to 5 hours, I'll say in some areas, all the water that had built up was gone. So I think overall we did great. I do apologize if water got in your house, but I think we did great with what we had and the infrastructure we have in the city.
The rainfall, I think the last rainfall, the number that registered at Public Works and Parks and Rec was over 6 inches in a matter of 3 to 4 hours.
Absolutely.
So
nobody can handle that. No city in the world can handle almost 7-8 inches in 3 to 4 hours. It's just not going to happen. That water backs up into the creek, the stream, the tributary that it goes from once it leaves your street. So once that's bagged up, of course, it's going to bag up in our streets. So nobody can handle that, but I think we did well with what we have. Our infrastructure did the best it could do with what we had.
So we've talked about streets and drainage and culverts and rebuilding those roads. There's a fourth component that goes that you guys have been working at Public Works. That's cutting some loops on Spring Ridge. Explain what you've done with those loops, and also who manages the timing of lights along certain parts of Spring Ridge and the Parkway.
Spring Ridge Road, Clinton Raymond Road, Highway 80 are all maintained by us. We do the maintenance on them. But Spring Ridge Road, Clinton Raymond Road, Highway 80 are actually MDOT right-of-way or MDOT roads. They're going to work along with us since we've been cutting our loops and we've made it public or made people aware that we've had these issues. MDOT has contacted us. They're going to do traffic studies to see where they can come in and help timing issues, where maybe you'll hit a light and you can get to 3 or get through 3 lights before you get a red light. That's going to happen. We're going to do our part to make sure the loops are good. We've been cutting those in-house, cutting that price way over half, something I'm proud of. I'm teaching the guys how to do that. We're doing it. We're doing that in-house, like I said, saving money. And we're going to continue to do that so we can help the traffic issues that are going on in the city. If you see something, whether it be a traffic light, a loop that's holding you up, a pothole, anything you got going on, please, please, please call our office. Or the internet. We got a website, City of Clinton website, our office, 601-924-2239. Go to the city website, fill out a work order request, and we'll get it handled as fast as we can, I promise. I don't always monitor Facebook, so I don't know what's going on all the time. We don't have anyone hired to monitor Facebook. So although we love Facebook, we love social media, that phone call to the office or that email that you can send in that comes to me directly will get you some faster service. So just let us know. We'll do our best to get out there to you and get it worked on, fixed, repaired, whatever it is.
All right, so recap the 3 main projects that we've done infrastructure-wise. Dexter, first, the Parkway.
Parkway, Clinton Parkway. You can see it. We got a finished product. Almost a month left to do this project. So we're very proud of the contractor that came in, got it done in a timely fashion. Something that doesn't always happen, but it happened here in Clinton. We're very proud about that. The annual paving project is about to get started, where we're going to pave over $1 million of streets and those road repairs that we've been doing. That was almost $800,000. So those things are all happening in Clinton right now. Of course, the Parkway is complete, but we're moving on the other 2. So we're excited about that. Public Works is excited. We hope you guys are excited. And excuse us while we grow. You'll see some traffic cones out. You'll see some road closures and things of that nature. But it's all to better the streets, the infrastructure of Clinton. So excuse us while we grow, if you don't mind.